Hello, Potato, and happy Year of the Horse. Happy Lunar New Year. It is, when this video drops, it'll still be a couple days before the official Lunar New Year, but if you're watching it after that, it's the Year of the Horse. And if you're watching it a year after that, it's not the Year of the Horse anymore anyways. And in 12 more years, it'll be the Year of the Horse again. And I'm back here again doing another Lunar New Year video. I've done these for the last few years, despite having no real knowledge of the significance of the holiday. I just like the food and the decorations and the fact that LEGO has been making Spring Festival LEGO kits, which comprises most of my decorations this year, because as I covered in the video where I built the LEGO Fortune Firecracker there, which as you can see, I did mount, I explained that I somehow managed to lose my entire box of Lunar New Year decorations, and so I've essentially had to start over using only some of the LEGO kits and some new pieces I have picked up since then. And I have picked up a couple new pieces since then. I mentioned, I think in that last video, that the shop I usually get my decorations at didn't have a plush this year. We did not have a Year of the Horse plush. So I ordered one online. Paid extra, paid more to ship it than I paid for it, but only like $1 more. It was like 21 bucks full on delivered to my door. And that is this adorable fella here, our official Void of Intelligence Year of the Plush horse. Now, if you may think, why does he look sad? Well, because memes, that's why. It's not sad, it's got the face on upside down. Apparently, I found this, when I was searching for Year of the Horse plush, I kept seeing this happy little face. And I'm like, well, what's that about? Why does he look sad? So I looked it up, and it's a meme. Of course, it's a meme. Apparently, in China, when assembling some of these, a worker assembled a batch with the face piece on upside down. If you can see, that's what the face should look like, with the eyes up here. But they assembled them with the face on. They sewed them together with the face on the wrong way around. And rather than waste them, well, they just put them up for sale. I've seen people do that before. I think Kimchi Kawaii has done that. Not like something where like the face is upside down, but I think there weren't. I think it was the peanut butter sandwich rabbits. I think there were some of them, like a shipment came over without enforcement in the ears, so they had like floppy ears. And so she went ahead and sold them because there are people who liked the Lop peanut bun. And people liked this as well, and so they've been making them intentionally this way now. And that's why I figured if I'm gonna order and spend extra to get the plush, I might as well get the meme one. And then in 12 years, I'll already have a horse, provided 1, I'm still alive. 2, I'm still doing these videos. 3, I haven't lost it like I have the collection I had to this point. And 4, it hasn't crumbled to dust because it's some cheap mass-produced thing out of China. Which, to be fair, it doesn't feel super cheap. It's actually quite soft. Not super velvety, but quite soft. It's not. I have no complaints about it. Oh, all right, maybe that's a complaint. There's a little stuffing bleeding out through the stitch there, but that's the back side of it anyways. I think it looks adorable. I'm glad to have it, and hopefully in 12 years, I'll still be doing this, and we can bring him back, and then he really won't make sense because the meme will be 12 years old, and nobody will have any idea what it's about. And even I probably will have forgotten by that point. So traditionally, for these videos, I will do some snacks, usually a want bag, a beer, and a LEGO kit. And as you can see, I've already done the LEGO Firecracker, which was one of this year's Spring Festival sets. I did not get the big fancy horse set because it's bigger than that. Legitimately, it has a huge footprint. Don't know what I would do with it after this. And frankly, Warehouse Club never had it. Part of the reason I bought that is that Warehouse Club had it for like literally almost half off. Oh, I just noticed that one of my Hitchhiking Ghosts there is not on his stand properly. Something must have hit it. Oh well. Anyways, so this year, for the LEGO portion of our show, I'm going to be doing Lego kit 40864. Fortune Master. I think we need to pan down a little bit here. I wanted the firecracker to be visible in the beginning, but it doesn't really need to be now. This is 386 pieces, ages 9 and up. And I'm going to be honest, when they announced this, I felt a little... the face, man, I'm like, can I, as a white person, do this? And looks very 1940s Looney Tunes, I try to put it gently. I'm like, this looks like somebody being unkind. And then I saw this at my local import store when I was buying my decorations and my snacks and stuff. And at least I hope that's what this is. I haven't opened it. But I saw these statues, and I don't recall seeing them before. I don't recall seeing them there last year or the year before. I've been getting decorations from the same shop for like 3 or 4 years now. So I got that first Want bag, which somebody had to correct. I got it back at Christmas time, and somebody had to correct me that, that's for Lunar New Year's, right? And which made a lot more sense. And that's why I started doing Lunar New Year videos. But I saw this guy. They actually had a couple different versions of him in the Lunar New Year display. Can we get him out? I mean, part of me wanted to open up and verify him before doing this and opening it live on camera. Well, I mean, live to me, obviously it's pre-recorded to you. But I thought, we'll just open it on camera. And yeah, here we go. He is the right thing. And he did so, because they had multiple things in like plain boxes. They had multiple versions of him. I got like a smaller one just because space is at a premium. That was before I thought I realized I had lost all of my other decorations and thought he would be sharing space with them as well. But yeah, they had statues of him. And I want to say, I mean, as always, this is void of intelligence. I really don't know the total cultural significance of the fella. And when you try to look him up, you get a lot of information about the Lego kit, less information about the actual character. But I thought, that does actually look pretty similar. So whatever's going on here, I do feel it's at least in character with the real thing. This is Chinese Kaishin on gold ingot figurine. Oh, it's even got it's specifically I guess made for, oh no, it's not their logo. It just looks like their logo. It's a different logo. I thought that was the logo of the market I bought it at, but it's just the same colors and general configuration. And he's not a bank or anything. He's just a little resin figurine. It's pretty light, very shiny. And I always welcome more luck around here. Can't have too much good luck. But yeah, I thought, I probably would have bought him anyways because he's honestly pretty cool looking. But that did at least make me feel a little more, maybe that's who that's supposed to be in the firecracker. Is that supposed to be the Fortune Master? Nobody as of this recording has corrected me on what he's called because probably nobody made it that far in the video. But I think it's him. I think it's the Fortune Master. It's not, I kept calling him Emperor because he just looked like an emperor to me. I think he's the Fortune Master. That's why the characters around him, I could pop that open and I have to zoom in, and I'm not going to do that. You can look at last week's video if you want to see what, but that's why the characters with him have a money envelope and one of the ingots, the Sicey, I believe it was called. He's the Fortune Master. That makes so much more sense now. So I have 3 Fortune Masters. That's pretty cool. They should have done a Fortune Master minifigure in with this. I was surprised that had minifigures in it, but I feel like we should have gotten a minifigure of him. That would have been really cool. But yeah, that's our Lego, and that's my justification for why that's not an offensive stereotype in the appearance. But we're going to put that away for now because we have to do the other parts first. Because, if we're going to have our Lunar New Year party, we need to have snacks and refreshments. And then, so normally I do a beer. And once again, I didn't find a Year of the Horse beer, anything that felt really appropriate to me. But I did find something else. We're gonna teetotal this year with some total tea from Harney Sons Lunar New Year 2026 Year of the Horse tea. 30 sachets in a collectible Year of the Horse tin. So I guess now I have to spend the next 11 years trying to find Harney Sons New Year teas. It is a blend reminiscent of all sorts of sweet rice cakes enjoyed during Lunar New Year festivities. Toasted rice, coconut, sesame, and caramel flavors swirl together in a delightfully sweet yet smooth cup. It's got a briskness of 2, an aroma of 3, and a body of 2. And I guess just to explain it, briskness is astringency, body is how strong or thick the brew is, and aroma is the potency of the smell. A rating of 5 indicates the highest amount of that characteristic. And we have more words back here. Lunar New Year celebrations are dominated by iconic lanterns, fireworks, banquets, and parades. The 7-day festival sets off exuberant celebrations around the globe. In Chinese culture, red symbolizes luck, joy, and happiness, while gold represents wealth and prosperity. 2026 is the year of the horse, according to the Chinese zodiac, which features a 12-year cycle, with each year represented by a specific animal. People born into the year of the horse include 1942, 1954, 1966, 1978, I'm sensing a pattern here, 1990, 2002, and 2014 will experience the zodiac year of birth. Horses are energetic, adaptable, and value independence. So yeah, we're gonna make ourselves a cup of this to have with all of our goodies today. Let's get it open. And I'm not gonna make it just yet, I'm gonna get everything, just a first look at everything we're gonna be looking at today. But I do wanna get a whiff of this, if I can get it open. It's perforated, but much like with blind box type of stuff, I do not have luck with the perforations. At least not with them tearing along the perforations. All right, so they're in little pyramid tea bags. What's the smell here? It does smell very sweet. Yep, that is going to be a sweet brew, hopefully, because I think a lot of what we're having here today is going to be sweet. Hopefully that will complement it well. And with that, let's move on to the food. Normally, I do get like a want bag. I've got one for what? I think only a couple times, I think actually, 2 or 3 times. And part of the reason I didn't intend to get one this year is because the last couple of them, this is a little dusty, but the last couple of them, they come with a variety of snacks, cookies, and candy, and rice crackers, and a bag. And the last 2 times I've gotten like the same bag. It's actually this one here. I just happen to have it sitting here, I guess from last year or year before. It's still sitting here. And while it's a cute bag, I don't need that many of them. So I was like, well, I'm not going to do a want bag this year. Although they did actually have a different bag in them this year. They had like more of a clothy kind of bag. I'm not going to do a want bag this year. They had some really nice things. Like I don't remember the last couple of years. Maybe because I went and looked earlier this year. But they had some really. They had like a giant mandarin that was full of stuff for like $60. They had like a big maneki neko full of stuff, which I was very tempted by. They had just a giant like battery operated waving maneki neko, which would take up like the entire center of the table here. So that was not going to work. But I did find something with a maneki neko on it that looked pretty cool. And that is this from Top Savor. We have ourselves a New Year's bin. And if you're curious, the front of the bin, according to Google Translate at least, says invite wealth and treasure, invite good luck money, Macau brand. I don't know about Macau brand, but I do invite good luck and invite treasure. And I thought it was a nice tin. I like maneki nekos. I do collect maneki nekos. It's supposed to have a variety of goodies in it, shown here, if you can see them through the ring light. We've got layered puff pastry, macaron, mung bean pastry, chocolate ball, butterfly biscuit, filled puff pastry, almond biscuit, and chocolate lava tart. I'm going to try all those. But I also got, I already had, I had that nice looking plastic gold ingot. But I saw this and I had to pick it up because it's a 4D gummy golden ingot tin box. So I like gummies and I like tins. And while this is not as detailed as the plastic one that had the little candies in it, it is a tin, and that's pretty cool. And it says on the front here, it's a little slick. According to the translation app, it says make fortune with 1 ingot. And again, I'm all down for that. Now I said that I had no intention of buying a Want bag this time. But you know what? They had at Warehouse Club for 10 bucks, they had a Want bag. They started carrying some more import stuff recently. I've actually gotten like the Shelly Senbei, which I really like, from there, and those are Want. I think they had them labeled as Hot Kid Rice Cracker, which, if you remember, the mascot for Want is called Hot Kid for reasons that will probably never be clear to me. But they have for 10 bucks, they have their own Want bag. I'm about to move this stuff because there's just not enough space to put everything at the same time. Will this been a whack the camera? No, we haven't whacked the camera yet. It'll happen, don't worry. It'll happen sometime during this video. But yeah, they have their own Warehouse Club Want bag. It does say on the front there, big gift package. I think that just says Want. But that apparently translates to big gift package. So this has our variety of snacks in it, as well as it says free lenticular stickers. Include 6 designs, 2 pieces each. So no bag, just stickers. I'm like, well, I'll take stickers. And then what's in this one? I really didn't look what was going to be in it. Senbei rice crackers, so the usual stuff. This is part of why I don't usually get the or I wasn't going to get a Want bag. The other reason I wasn't going to get a Want bag is that I think I've tried all these things before, and they're all fine. I know I've done the Senbei rice crackers. I know I've done the Shelly Senbei. I quite like the Shelly Senbei. I'm not sure I've done snowy rice chili flavor. That could be interesting. And then seaweed rice crackers I know I've done, and those are good. Mochi rice bites I'm pretty sure I've done, but we'll try them on here anyways. I don't know, it shows on the top here, it shows like one of the Hot Kid drinks, but I've tried the Hot Kid milk drink before, which is not served hot. And it was good. And this is best by October of 2026. So let's start with the small thing here. Let's crack this open first and get a look at our snack. This is what I mean about things that are perforated, not tearing properly. I pulled at the little tear spot, and what to do, it tears down the side. Instead of tearing across the top, I guess we'll go on the side then. I can put it all in that Want bag I have at the side here. So yeah, we have the Bon Gao Rong Bien. I probably mispronounced part of that, at least. So these are the seaweed ones. It looks like they have a bonito on them, which will be nice. Maybe I think I've had these, but I don't think they were called that. I mean, it's been a few years, so the labeling may have changed. We have so this is the chili flavored snowy rice crackers. So basically look like they are like a darker Shelly Senbei. Got that same kind of sugariness on them, but maybe chili flavored, so that'll be good. We've got our just standard Want Senbeis. These are good. I've tried them before. They're lovely. I'm not going to pass them today because I do have a lot of different snacks here to try. We've got gummies, we've got all those cookies. So we will put these to the side. And then we've got these are Shelly Senbei. Yep. I've actually got an open package of these right now already. So put those are really quite good. They're just like slightly salty, not overly sweet. They're lovely little snacks. Then we have our Want Mochi Rice Cracker Bites. Yeah, I don't know if I've tried these. Original flavor. We'll try those. And then finally, at the bottom, we have our lenticular stickers. And like I said, they are a little smaller than I thought they were going to be. Is there a way to... Okay, that's where we open it. Let's look at our lenticular stickers. Because yeah, the combination of the price and the stickers, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll get this. So I'm guessing these must be sold separately. They're set up for pegging, for peg displaying. Clean your minds. Oh, there's no way to open it without destroying the package? Oh, there we go. Okay. And they're in another bag. A bag, in a bag, in a box, in a bag. So we get 2 each of the stickers. So we have Hot Kid there. Hopefully the Lenticular is working on the camera in his, I guess that's like a Fortune Master outfit, his Lunar New Year outfit anyways. That's what we saw him in originally when I did the first Want bag, was in that outfit. Then we've got, looks like some Want crackers with Hot Kid's face appearing and disappearing on them. And these are pretty thick stickers. I guess because they're lenticular, they would be. Looks like apple candy sticker. Oh, okay, so that's why, those are the pictures of the stickers. Okay, I get it now. I thought maybe it was just an example of other Want products. So if you're not familiar with Want, I feel like this is gonna throw you for a loop, although I suppose if you're not familiar with Want, you probably wouldn't have bought the bag. And our last sticker is, I don't know, something milky, I guess. I mean, it looks like it's a bag, so I'm guessing it's not the milk drink, but cute. Those are really cute. So yeah, I mean, all these snacks and the stickers for 10 bucks, I think is an acceptable price. So we'll just pop those back in here for now. And then put our stickers over here with our horse. And so yeah, these two I'm gonna put away, but these three we are going to try when we get to that point. So next, let's check out the big boy here. There we go, hit the camera. Our big Top Savor Tin O biscuits. And how do we get that seal off? Guess we're gonna cut it off. I will do a better job of removing it later on. All right, so what do we have here? So, all right, let's pull the strap down. It's a nice kind of faux leathery strap. So we have little trays of our snacks in here. Oh, there's like some sort of a cover thing, I guess, just between the layers. So there's our, I think that should have been on top, doesn't it? Because that should have been like the first thing you saw when you open the box. But it's a nice rendition of it. So let's grab one of each biscuit. We have our almond biscuit. We have, this is our, I think our lava cookie. Just says energy on it. We've got, are these, maybe the biscuit. I don't know, I'll have to look at the things. And then there's multiple layers of presentation in here. So our macaron, I'll have one of those. Those little like puff pastry things. Looks like a different macaron or the same macaron. I wonder if there are different flavors in these. Different packaging anyway, so we'll grab one. And then I think just one more layer down here at the bottom, which has another one of these dividers on it. Got one that says egg roll. That one kind of fell apart, but it's been shifted around, I'm sure, a lot. Got relaxation. And then we've got like that butterfly. I thought this was gonna be like a palmier sort of thing, but it's looks almost more like a butter cookie. All right, let's put all this back. So I wasn't totally sure what to expect. I was kind of thinking it would just be a bin full of loose packets of cookies. It's not. It's they've gone the extra mile to do nice presentation, which I mean I shouldn't be surprised at. It's what I expect from these things ultimately. Can we get that lid back on? There we go. And then finally, I do love this tin though. Don't know what I'll put in it, but I love the tin. So I can avoid whacking the camera again. Hey, that's skills, what that is. And then finally we have our gummy. Gonna need a tray for all this stuff. And of course, we're gonna make our tea. Put that, I do have to grab the kettle, but before that, let's grab a gummy and see if we can't assemble ourselves our little tray of snacks. Looks like I need to cut through this one, at least for now, as well. I'll have to get a new storage bin to put the stuff in since I don't know where the old ones. This is why it's good to have Lego brick separators just on hand all the time, because they separate things other than Lego. So little, oh, they have like stuff in the middle. That's interesting. Put you back there. Put you back there too, why not? We're gonna be getting to you in just a few minutes here. All right, so these are individually packaged. Let's get one of each of these out. There's one of our seaweed crackers. These are not individually packed, so we'll have to have a whole bag of those. And then our chili crackers. Grab one of those. And then I'm gonna pop a tea bag into my cup here, which the handle of it seems to be glued to the tea bag itself. So these aren't paper tea bags, they're actually like cloth tea bags. All right, there we go. Normally I would not make tea in this cup, but I didn't move that back, so you need to go over here. I do want to be able to, you know, see what we've got here. So let me go and grab the kettle. We'll make our tea. We'll try all of our lovely, lovely snacks. Back with some fresh off the boil water here. Let's pour that in. And immediately pull the little tag into the hot water. That was brilliant on my part, wasn't it? All right, let's try again. I'm gonna hold the tag this time. Are you on camera? Good. See, normally I would make this in a bigger cup and make like a bigger cup of tea than this, but I don't think this is gonna last our whole experience in the way a beer would. But it's it lets you see what we're working with. I'm gonna put this back. All right, that's been brewing for like maybe a minute now. I think we're gonna let that go a little longer. I don't think it said specifically how long to brew it for here, did it? Got that air bubble caught in there. Did it say what are the instructions? 212 water. That's probably about 211. 5 minutes. Okay, so we've got time here. While we wait for that to finish infusing, let's try some goodies because we have a lot to try here. Yeah, I got, even without the want bag, I still had plenty of things to try. But you know, we'll eat them, whatever I don't finish in the initial trying, we'll eat while we build. All right, let's start with the want bag. There's less of those. And we're gonna have, I think it's gonna be like a sweet tea. So let's have our snacks here first. Give it about 3 more minutes on the tea, I think. So this is the chili rice cracker. Again, it has like that coating on it like the shelly senbei does, maybe less of it. Smells dark. To be fair, I think I've got caramel scent on my finger from handling the tea bags, or dipping my finger in the tea actually. Yeah, on the other hand, it just kind of smells a little bit of like rice cracker, a little oily. I'm still getting some of the caramel because I'm sure that there's some on this hand too. I handled the tea bag with it. But there's not, hold on, let me try. Sticking my nose right in the bag, I get more of the smell. But yeah, it just kind of smells like rice cracker, which is not a bad thing. I like rice crackers. Give this one a try. That's nice. It reminds me of those little red sliver rice crackers you get in snack mixes. Both a little sweetness. It's got a little heat to it. I like it. Yeah, it's like those little red chili crisps you get when you in like a rice cracker mix. I like those a lot. I hope I haven't started with the best thing here, because yeah, those are really good. Try our mochi rice cracker bites. These first ones here are all from Want. If I remember correctly, because I went and looked, like a couple years ago, I went and did a little, like minor, I broke the void of intelligence rule, did a little research. And like it's supposed to say Want because like it sounds like one by one, like you want to eat one by one, which I don't know. Maybe it doesn't translate to English perfectly well. What do these smell of? Again, just kind of a rice cracker, but different. Like a little bit of a sweeter smell. Oh, I was supposed to tear there. Oh well. A little bit of a sweeter smell. Let's give them a try. Not as sweet as I was expecting. I was hoping for maybe a little bit of a soy flavor. I'm not really getting that either. But I was kind of expecting it to be sweeter than this. It's on the sweeter side of things. It's not like super savory, but it's not like sugary sweet. Not bad. Not as good. Not as good as the chili crisp, but not bad. I do approve. All right, it's been 5 minutes. Let's get our tea bag out of there. And it's good because I actually, after eating those, I do kind of want a drink. That tea definitely expanded a lot. All right, get rid of that. And move on to our last want, which is it said seaweed on the package, but it does say bonito on here. So I'm gonna guess we've got some fishy flavor going here as well, which I don't mind. I like a nice bonito flavored thing. When we make our own sunamono, we put like a bonito soup base in it as part of the liquid. So that rice cracker got seaweed on it. Oh, what's it smell of? Just vaguely of oil. It just smells vaguely of the oil. So not great, but not offensive. See what it tastes like. Not as seaweedy as I was hoping. I was hoping we'd get like a good strong seaweed flavor here. It's fairly muted. It tastes familiar. I was expecting more of this. When you put a fish on the front of the package, I was expecting a good fishy flavor. Not really getting one, but it's not bad. None of them are bad. But of the three, if I was going to rate those three, the chili is definitely my favorite of the three. I think I will go with the seaweed in second place, just because I do kind of like savory stuff more than sweet. And then third is the mochi, but it's a real close thing. It's not like there's a big gap between them. It's just, I do like the more savoriness of this than the mochi, than the sweetness of the mochi. And again, it's not super sweet. It's not bad. Let's try a little tea now, because I've got all this kind of oily rice in my mouth. So I mean, admittedly, I'm not giving this tea a proper, I probably should have had some before eating anything else, but oh well. Well, it's hot. Smells good. It's a little hot to really get a proper taste of right now. I should have brought a spoon and like done a spoonful of it. So yeah, it says it tastes of, well, it's black tea, toasted rice, sesame seeds, coconut flavor, coconut pieces, caramel flavor, and contains natural flavors and sesame. Given that it contains sesame seeds, that's not too surprising. I do taste the coconut. There's a little sweetness from the caramel. I'm not super getting the sesame, but I mean, that could change as it starts to cool down some. It's not bad. It's nice. It's a light tea. I think I probably would let that. Well, I think I'd probably just leave the tea bag in there. I'm the kind of person that does leave my tea bag in. So I think I would probably just leave the tea bag in that and not take it out. But it said 5 minutes. It was about 5 minutes. I wanted to do it the way it said it. You know, like I tend to do on here, whether I think it's a good idea or not. All right, on to sweets, biscuits. So this one says China on it. What did it say if it was on the tin? I'm gonna have the bottom of the tin off camera here as a cheat sheet. This is the butterfly biscuit. So I kind of thought these were gonna be like palmiers, but they look more like a butter cookie than an actual like palmier. They got the shape, like they're trying to make that look, but I mean, yeah, that's just like an oven baked biscuit. So Smells of like butter cookie, or maybe shortbread, like a cheap shortbread. So this is the sort of cookie you get like at Christmas in a tin. I think it's shortbread. It doesn't taste super buttery to me, so I think it might be a type of shortbread. It's not bad. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. Let's have some more tea. It is quite dry, I'll say that. So I'm gonna save the chocolate lava tart there for last. Let's do one of our macarons. I don't know if there's two different packagings here. There's only one listing for them on the box, so I don't know if there's like just if they're different ones or what's going on. I have had very few macarons in my life, but I do know they are supposed to be like done somewhat fresh. Feeling this, it feels kind of like a Nilla wafer sandwich cookie. It feels pretty dense. I don't think we're gonna get that kind of, because there's supposed to be like almost a lightness to macarons, isn't there? Let's give it a try. Ooh, it smells very fruity. Smells like breakfast cereal. Smells like kind of like crunch berries. Okay, now I'm more interested. So yeah, it's like got a Nilla wafer consistency. I think it's supposed to be strawberry. In fact, yeah, I think it is strawberry. It smells of crunch berries, but it does taste more of like, it tastes like the strawberry topping on an ice cream. It's not bad. I'm not a huge strawberry person. Yeah, I'm not a huge strawberry person, but as far as strawberry goes, I like that it tastes more like, you know, a strawberry than, say, candy. So I think that does put it higher than the butterfly. Okay, next up, we're gonna try just as relaxation. Which one is this? Because none of them are called. Oh, happy sharing and leisure time brands from Macau. So by all means, feel free to educate me. Am I meant to like get one of these and like share it with coworkers, or just put it out for like family to snack out of? I mean, I'm sure whatever I'm doing here is totally wrong and inappropriate, but I am still interested in what the actual intent is. I mean, I'm a little piggy, so I'm just gonna have the whole package here. But I get the impression like that verbiage makes me think you're meant to have this out for guests or visitors or customers or coworkers or something. So I think this is the chocolate ball, which has some sort of orange filling in the picture. Certainly smells of chocolate. So less a ball, more of a puck. It looks like some sort of like granola breakfast bite, doesn't it? Smells lovely though. It's not got a really lovely chocolate smell to it. Bite into it. Oh, soft. Is it marshmallow? I think it's marshmallow. What's that filling? So it's like an Odie outside, marshmallow, some sort of fruit, I think. It's orange. It's weird. It's definitely got a weird consistency because it's not sticky on that side like a marshmallow. It's got whatever the chocolate coating is mixed with some sort of oats there, or maybe cornflakes. What is that filling though? Looking at the ingredient list, I think it's supposed to be apple. It's got concentrated apple juice in it. And yeah, that is marshmallow malt, I think it said it was. I mean, if you say it's apple, I believe you, but it doesn't taste super apple-y to me. Most of what I'm getting is like the texture of the marshmallow and the oat and like a marshmallow, little chocolatey flavor. Not a bad treat at all though. Not what I was expecting, but not bad. All right, let's try the egg roll next. Obviously not egg roll the way most Americans would expect, which is to say a savory thing with like spring roll type stuff in it. Oh, this looks messy as heck. Oh, what is this? What do we got going on here? This is crumbly and messy, and I don't like it for that reason, first of all. It looks buttery and flaky. And it smells very high sweet. Not fruity exactly, but maybe? This smells super, super sweet. I've got any hints here as to what looks like some sort of cream in it, maybe? Are these 2 biscuits? Oh, it's 2, okay. Oh, this is gonna be a mess. So it's got some sort of cream in the middle of it. It doesn't smell like vanilla though. Well, let's give it a try. That is super delicate and very dry. It's not nearly as sweet as it smells. It smelled like this was going to be almost cringingly sweet, but maybe a citrusy kind of flavor? Almost like butter. I think this was the filled puff pastry, and it's got the shortest ingredient list. It's just wheat flour, white sugar, vegetable oil, non-dairy cream, carotenes, and food flavor. So I guess it's the non-dairy cream I'm tasting, but it smells a lot sweeter than it actually is. But super light, super fluffy. I can see why they have to put them in the little plastic trays, because that would absolutely just be dust if you had it floating around inside that bin. All right, what next? So then I guess maybe this is going to be the layered puff pastry, or maybe the mung bean pastry. That should be interesting. I don't have much of an opinion one way or the other on mung beans, to be honest, so that'll be interesting. So, but no, I think this is the, or is this, no, this has to be the layered pastry, because that, oh, it's not even, no, this is just biscuits. What is this? So this looks like nothing on the package. Nothing on here looks like this. Well, still, I guess maybe it's the mung bean then, because maybe the mung bean, because the thing there showed like, it looked like a puff pastry sort of a thing, like the filled puff pastry, but it could just be the 4 biscuits stacked on top of each other. What's it smell of? The answer doesn't smell of much of anything. All right, well, let's give it a try. Not particularly sweet, not particularly savory. Has an interesting kind of aroma after effect. So I guess this must be the mung bean pastry. It's not my favorite. It's definitely down towards the bottom. It's down like with that butterfly pastry area. It's not offensive or anything. It's a different flavor for me, which, I mean, that's part of the whole point, right? Is to try new things. But I don't think, I think of all of these, that would be the one we will probably leave in the bin last. It's not unpleasant, it's just not great. I don't know for sure it's the mung bean, but bean definitely, it feels like a fitting descriptor for it. It's interesting though. And of course I have the most of those to finish off while we build, because there's like 3 more of those in the pack. All right, so this is this has to be the layered puff pastry. It says good excellent on it. Flavor, well, I hope there's some flavor. Everything else has had flavor so far. It'd be a little weird if this didn't. If we can get it open, preferably without destroying it. All right, get a sniff. It smells sort of pastry-ish. Maybe like a little butter or shortening kind of a smell there. It's got, looks like some almonds something on top here. Oh no, it's just a, oh no, maybe some very, very thinly sliced almonds and some cream. It's probably the cream I'm smelling. But I do almost like a little bit of a shortening scent out of it. Very flaky. And definitely what they're using to get those layers, I can feel it. Feels a little oily. Not necessarily butter, but like maybe shortening. I'm gonna finish that one. Yeah, it leaves a kind of oily, greasy feel in your mouth. A little like a store-bought pre-made puff pastry sort of a thing. Light sweetness, not overly sweet, but there's sweetness there. Flavor is ironic it's called flavor because this one probably has like the least flavor of anything we've tried, at least as far as strong flavors go, but it's not bad. I would probably eat it before the mung beans. Got bits of pastry in my throat now. Get some of these crumbs off the table. We've only have, what, 3 more, and then we have the 4D gummies. Did I forget to mention these are 4D gummies? I guess that's what the stuff in the middle is, that 4th dimension. Let's do the almond biscuit. This one's clearly marked at least. It's just one. No, there's 2 in here. They're very thin. They have that same kind of backing on them as the butterfly. They have, looks like, letters on here. Maybe W-E-I, or it could be upside down. It could be like T-E-M. Smells peanutty though. It smells peanutty, not more than almondy. Definitely, it smells nutty. Let's give it a try. All right then. Texture almost like a Ritz cracker, but a little bit tighter. Yeah, I can taste it. It tastes kind of like the almonds on like almond Pocky. It's and the almond flavor like blooms more after you swallow. I mean, it's getting like more intense in my mouth as I talk. It was nice, not overly sweet. Very almondy. Already gone through like half my tea. All right, try the other macaron. So hopefully it's not just me on the strawberry one, maybe it'll be like a lemon one. They show like a few different colors in the packaging here, but the back of the tin does not indicate like more than one. It only shows the pink one there. Let's see if the colors match the packaging. And it looks like they do. But there were only 2 colors in the box, so. Now this one really looks like a vanilla wafer though. This one doesn't quite, that just didn't quite match before, but this one looks like a vanilla wafer. I'm hoping for lemon. Might be just vanilla. I get like a vanilla wafer scent off of it. So it might just be vanilla flavored. Let's give it a try. Again, that vanilla wafer consistency. I think it is lemon. It doesn't taste of vanilla. Of course, the ingredients show neither vanilla, lemon, nor strawberry. So, but I think it's because it reminds me of. I don't think it's Skyflake, but it's a biscuit like Skyflake, and they have they have flavored sandwich ones, and this does remind me of the lemon version of that. So a very light lemon flavor, very subtle, not sour, very light. The sort of thing that might go well with a cup of tea. As far as the flavor of the tea goes, while it's cooling off, coconut's still kind of the dominant thing that I'm getting, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not really getting sesame, maybe a little caramel, but mostly coconut. Coconut and tea, which is fine. I don't know if it's a tea that I would buy regularly, were it available regularly, but it's fine. It's a nice little celebration tea. So finally, we have the, I think it was chocolate lava tart. Chocolate lava tart. So we have a biscuit base with, looks like white chocolate and then an almond. Smells like white chocolate. Let's give it a bite. Well, the almond isn't great on it. It had a very moist texture to it. As far as the tart itself, it's It's okay. I'm gonna say I put it above the puff pastry because it's not leaving a weird like texture in my mouth. But other than that, I'm not a huge white chocolate fan. So compared to like the chocolate ball, it doesn't do a ton for me. So the bottom three there are definitely lowest. It was the mung bean. Second lowest is the puff pastry. Third lowest is that chocolate tart. Top three, I'm gonna actually, I think, go with the, I don't know, it's tough to pick which one's the best. The chocolate ball is, I think, the best, nicest surprise. I quite like the marshmallow and chocolate in that. Second place, probably the macarons, because they do have a nice but subtle flavor to them. And third place, the almond cookie had a really nice almondy flavor to it. And then just somewhere in the middle there is the filled pastry and the butterfly cookie. Probably filled pastry, then butterfly cookie. So probably ranking these chocolate ball, then macaron, then almond cookie, then filled pastry, then butterfly pastry or cookie, then puff pastry, no, then chocolate tart, then puff pastry, then mung bean. But that said, none of them are awful, none of them are bad. They're just not all necessarily to my taste, but given that none of them are really meant for my American palate, they're all quite interesting. So finally we have our 4D gummies here. 4D gummy golden ingot tin box, 90 calories per 6 pieces. Any hints in our ingredients here? Like glucose syrup. Well, that's not surprising. Some coconut oil in there. So I'm guessing these aren't going to taste much of anything other than just kind of vaguely sweet, which is sort of how the last thing I got out of an ingot was just kind of inoffensive, not overly sweet. But this has some sort of stuff in it. Okay, it is an actual ingot. I was looking at it from the upside down the whole time. So it's an actual ingot. That's the gold in the center. Let me just bite through and see what that is. Oh, it's a tough gummy. So it's a liquidy scenting. It actually center. You can see it kind of leaking out there. Part of me wants to say lemon, but I think it may just be sweet. It doesn't taste of coconut. There's some coconut oil in there, but I think that's for other reasons. Reasons other than merely flavor. It's just kind of, it tastes familiar, but I don't think it's lemon. It's not bad though. It's a little bit like a tougher gummy than, say, a Haribo or a Trolley, but it's not bad. All right, let me clean up a little bit and reorganize and rearrange. All right, so we're like an hour into this now. We're finally getting to the main event. Got my snacks, I've got my tea, I've opened my goodies, saw my stickers. Now it's time to build my Lunar New Year Lego. Kit 40864, part of the Spring Festival collection. And it is the Fortune Master. So that's, yeah, I'm now convinced that that's who was in the firecracker, not an emperor, because his hat was very much like this one on the minifigure. And the people around him were holding ingots and New Year envelopes. So yeah, I think this must be who that was supposed to be, the Fortune Master himself. So now we're going to get a little Lego statue to go with our minifigure. It's a thumb punch box. Looks like it's not going to be that big of a build. I haven't seen this built. When I picked it up at Lego Store, they did not have a display of him. And there's measurements on here, but I'm not super great at like visualizing based solely on measurements. Let's move our ingot out of here. Put our Fortune Master back here instead. And this should be a pretty quick build after an otherwise long video, like 4 bags. And we do have a QR code on the front, so we get points. That's always nice. How many steps we're looking at here? Looks like 147 steps with some alternate eyes to put away. Any words? 'Cause I didn't look in here for words on the firecracker, and there were some. So that's when we're looking here. There are no words explaining anything about who the Fortune Master is. So that's something I will still have to do some more research on at some point, when hopefully I can search for New Year Fortune Master and not get this Lego kit. So yeah, we've got our snacks, we've got our tea, we've got our Lego. Let's go to the fast forward and do some building. And there we have it. The snacks are eaten, the tea is drank, and Kit 40864 Fortune Master is all put together. And that's very cute. I went with, so that's 3 sets of eyes, which it does show you in the book here. I think it showed you on the box as well. So yeah, you have the like kind of closed up eyes there. But you also have kind of pointy eyes and then big wide open eyes. I've gone with big wide open eyes, with my Fortune Master, and they do conveniently put this little barrel here, which is one of the weaker held on pieces on the set, to store the other eyes in so you can keep them together if you just put them on a shelf like all year long. I don't know, is it appropriate to have a Fortune Master out all year, or is he just a New Year's little guy? Because I mean, I can use good fortune all year long, but if he's only meant to be out for New Year, like just to bring fortune for the whole year at the beginning, then I can respect that. But honestly, both these little guys are cute, and I could see finding someplace to keep them permanently, much as, you know, why I was able to get the Lego Money Tree back out for the displaying here, because it was already out. It's not a thing that goes into a storage thing for the rest of the year in the same way all the other Lunar New Year items do. The firecracker probably will. I don't see anywhere we could possibly put that all year round. But I could see it coming back in here for next year, always assuming there is a next year. So the tea was nice. As it cooled, it still tasted mostly of coconut to me. I never really did get the sesame of it all, but it was nice. I don't know if it'd be a tea that I would get regularly, again, assuming I even could, but it's nice. Of the snacks, I do think I definitely like the Want ones over the ones that came, the Macau ones, the cookies. But again, I am a friend. I'm a fan, not a friend. Well, I guess, no, I'm not a friend of them. I'm a fan of more savory things than I am sweet things. So that kind of stands to reason. That's not total shock there. Yeah, especially like those, like the spicy, the chili one. I mean, it's spicy. It's not super spicy. It's not as spicy as like the ramen crunch or anything like that. But it's got a nice bite to it. Good crunch to it. So I definitely like the Want over the Macau. I would continue to buy Want things. I don't know that I would seek out any of those things from the Macau bin just to get again on its own. But still, it was nice. It was a nice change. And I'm glad I ended up getting some of the Want stuff. No, I made this video probably 15 minutes longer than it otherwise would have been, which is, I'm sure, well over an hour by this point. And I'm sure you've probably stopped watching because it's been the usual annual Lunar New Year affair of long, rambling, drawn-out eating things and building Lego that I do. I mean, I guess it's enough time to call it every year now. I've done it enough times. But Fortune Master here is a fun little build. Some fiddly bits. I had a little trouble with the mustaches, and there were points under the arms here where I had to put a stud onto this piece, and that gave me troubles. But aside from that, pretty relaxing little build. Not a ton of fiddly bits. Some nice printed pieces. No stickers. Always nice. It would have been nice to have had a minifigure of him included. I mean, there's nowhere to put it on here, but now that I know it exists because it came in the firecracker, I would have liked to have seen another one of them just come with him. Now also know that who it is not. It's not an emperor. It's the Fortune Master. And hopefully he will bring good fortune to not just me, but to you in the year of the horse. Because gracious knows we need it. But I had fun, and I hope you found this all interesting and entertaining. It was a fun little build. A nice addition to the Lunar New Year collection. I never would have expected. You told me 20 years ago I would have a Lunar New Year Lego collection. I would never have believed you, and probably would have questioned what Lunar New Year was. I mean, I'm sort of Chinese New Year, but not like in a wider sense. So, yeah, it's cool. I loved seeing that. I would love to see them expand into more cultural observances with collections. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what. They've gone a little bit into Dia de los Muertos, a little bit like some like Lego Sugar Skull kind of things. I wouldn't mind seeing more of that. I'm trying to think of things that are observed both here in the US and make, the world as a wider thing, not just in the US. Because, heck, there's a reason there haven't been many Halloween sets until, the last decade, is I think Halloween is largely, as Americans celebrate it, an American thing. So the idea that an international company would do a ton of Halloween stuff was a little presumptuous. But, there we are. I would love to see. I don't know what other observances are, because, there are observances all over the world that I am totally unaware of. But I would love to see more excuses to, at least on a surface level, take part in other cultures through Lego. But now I am full of treats, I'm full of tea, and I've built my Lego. So I think this is a good place to wrap it up. I mean, if you're still here, hey, cheers to you for sticking around this long. With that, if you are still hearing my voice, I hope that you found this all interesting and entertaining. I hope you have a good Lunar New Year. I hope the Year of the Horse brings us all good fortune and better days. And I want you to take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, be safe, and I will see you in the next video.